Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy, whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I would like to jump right into the stones to see what the energies are moving throughout the cosmos. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team, and they're saying that you're changing. But this change that I'm seeing has more to do with your energy. Like you're shedding old skin, no longer having the capacity to keep things afloat, keep things attached that are obsolete. Yeah, a shedding of skin is what I'm hearing here. But I'm seeing this energy more like existential, like birthing or a rebirth here. Yeah, and I'm seeing here in the stones almost like something coming down the canal. Like the head of a baby is starting to pop out. But there's something here that is suggesting to me that the birthing is not quite in effect yet. It has not quite made itself down into this planet. There's something prohibiting it or something in the way of this birthing process. I'm seeing this obstacle here. What I'm seeing here is that there is an obstacle on the other side of you birthing something, or underneath is what I'm sensing here, like an underneath current. But the way the shells are falling, I'm seeing the number 7 and the obstacle sitting on top of it. But it's in the water, so I'm seeing this 7 in the shells more like a dock. And this obstacle is sitting on top of it, and the doll that's representing you is underneath this dock, hidden away. I'm seeing someone tread water underneath a dock. And this obstacle is appearing like people walking on the dock. I don't know what this is, but what I'm gathering here in the shows is that there is something in your energy right now that's keeping you at bay, keeping you underneath the current thread, like hidden away in the waters. I'm seeing someone treading the waters very silently, listening to people walk on the top level, hearing their conversations. And the reason why you're underneath this dock, hidden away, is because what I'm gathering here is that you're focused in on your healing, maintaining your frequency, maintaining this buoyancy of your energy, allowing you to tread the waters very quietly, very methodically. And the reason why I'm seeing something here. There's something here in this dock, like people are attracted to something. Maybe they're hearing something. I'm not sure. But I can see this continuation of this dock. And the shells that are out here are your path of clarity, your healing stone, and your creativity. And what I'm gathering here in these shells is that there is something about your path that you have fulfilled. Along your journey, you have gained clarity about something in terms of the way you're moving and the way you should move. It may be a little bit more mysterious. It may go outside or underneath the current energetic vibration of what the paradigm is operating on. This is how you express out your energy in a creative fashion, and people are conversing about what they have heard about your energy, causing this attraction, people to come on the dock like they heard about the Loch Ness monster or this dolphin that appears very mysteriously, very randomly, but they heard about the location. And this location is the expression of your energy out into the world. Yeah, and the people are coming based on this narration of what you are doing. They're hearing about your I don't know what you're doing in your expressive energy, but what I'm seeing is that they're hearing about the clarity of your journey. Something in this is very elevated, and people may have gone back and expressed this to other people, and now this crowd or people are trying to reach out to you to get access or to see what you're up to. And beautifully enough, you know this. You know people are coming. And you are hiding yourself away underneath the dock, hearing people talk about your energy, hearing people talk about your frequency. What I'm getting in the paradigm is that some of you in the collective may be away and off from the crowd, not socializing or interacting with family, friends, a social setting, but instead you're underneath, healing yourself and finding this creative outlet to express where you are in your journey, because you have reached this certain level of fulfillment within yourself on a certain level. And this level calls the expression of your energy out, because you have healed a certain aspect of yourself. So you feel comfortable in releasing this, and people are looking at your creative expression almost like this flare gun, this flare being sent off, and they're coming to see if they can catch it, come to see where this dolphin is, where this Loch Ness monster is, to get a whiff of that energy. And something in your energy knows this, that people are coming, but you're maintaining this frequency underneath the dock, hearing this chatter, seeing people maybe DM you from your past, people trying to figure out where you are and what you are indulged in. But you cannot come out into the open just yet. You're focused in underneath this dock, healing something deep within you. And that is what this energy is speaking to. This obstacle, I'm seeing, you know that people are coming towards you or wondering about you, but they're hearing it from third parties is what I'm gathering here. So their energy might not be calibrated in a proper way that your frequency can handle this particular type of attraction, this interest in you on this external level, because you're maintaining your frequency to focus in on deeper matters, going deep underneath the waters, inside of this river, inside of this lake, whatever body of water that is attracting you or keeping your attention on. I can see it here. Something at the bottom level is more important to you. Maintaining your frequency, maintaining your buoyancy to tread at the top level, just to hear the rumors, just to hear the narration, just to hear and to see the messages that people are sending you to your DMs, sending to your home. I don't know, maybe people are calling you, but you do not have the energy to engage. But something in this lets me know that the reason why you're able to tread, you're treading on the top level, but there is this boulder here underneath your feet that allows you to maintain your position, to maintain this kind of area of focus in the waters, letting you know where to descend to, where to go back into. And this boulder that I'm seeing here in the shells is this bone to pick. There is this issue that you have been circulating or ruminating around, treading around, that has been permeating in your life for quite some time. And as you heal, you're getting a little bit closer to somehow remove or push this boulder down. Push this boulder away. I'm seeing this as gaining solution to this issue. You're getting close, but there is this lapse here in the spread. Like it's a time difference. I don't know if you're waiting on something to occur to fully indulge in this boulder, to really give you access in a way that you need. Something here that needs to happen from another party. I don't know what this is, but this energy you're still circulating around is not only letting you know inside of your healing journey that there is something important that you're focused in on, but it's also cueing you in to exactly the point you can dive back into the sea, dive back into this lake, dive back into the deeper part of this energy to gather other things. You're focused on a lot of different things here, and the undercurrent is what I'm gathering here. But before I dive deeper into the other areas that you're focused in on, I would like to look at this energy on the top level of this dock to gain a little bit more insight on what your energy is picking up on as you tread underneath this dock. And I would like to pull cards on this obstacle stone and this creativity ring, something you're sending out to the world. You're still pumping out energy, but I would like to dive in the cards to see what that energy is about. And in terms of this obstacle, I pulled cards on the cards that came out were wield your power, turn over a new leaf, inner frequency, absorbing, history, and pressure. And what I'm downloading here in terms of this obstacle that was sitting on this dock is that you're finally in this position along your journey where you're learning how to wield your power in a very unique way. What I'm gathering here is that some of you in the collective may be having a new understanding as you shed old skin, as you birth this new version of reality for yourself. You're realizing the definition of power for you is changing. And you're learning how to wield it based on this inner frequency that you have. You're learning how to wield this power from within, which is counter to the definition you have gained from the world around you. In turn, this is turning over a new leaf for you. This is what you're shedding. And as you're shed, you gain this understanding about what is obsolete. This definition, your understanding of power is relinquishing itself as you gain insight on this deeper frequency, as you shift, as you merge, as you absorb the energies around you, deepening your perspective about spirituality, about your spiritual body is what I'm gathering here. And it's taking you deeper into the waters, taking you deeper underneath this dock. And as you sit here in this new knowing, in this new perspective of your power, people are gravitating towards you. But as you immerse yourself, as you tread on top of this water, you're realizing that you used to absorb the energies of people's words, of people's perspective, of the ideologies that were permeating within the paradigm that you live in. But as you sit in this space, as you sit underneath the dock, what I'm gathering here is that you're realizing the larger conversation. There's something here about the history. There is something in the history of your energy that may have wanted to meet people or to soothe this energy, to practice something in your frequency that calms this narration, shifting your energy to meet the current status quo, to meet the energetic vibration of the people around you. But now the tide has turned. Now this leaf has turned over, and you're starting to realize that this was pressure on you. This was weighing heavy on you, this conversation, this looming energy. As people walk on this dock, you're hearing what they're saying about you. You're hearing the narration and the expectation of someone like you. And you're realizing that you would never meet the demands of these people. You are this lockless monster because of the way you're moving. Your energy is so different, so abstract that you would never fit in the way that these people are talking about you and expecting your energy to be on. But now that you're in power, you're no longer operating or moving your energy to fit this narration you're starting to hear about yourself. You're staying treading waters. You're staying underneath the current, not even giving the people the ability to see your frequency up close. But as magical and majestic that you are, you're able to move underneath the vibration. You're able to move underneath the current, sitting underneath this dock, realizing there's no way you tried to satisfy these people before. It would have reduced you. This pressure that you're starting to realize reduced your energy is what I'm gathering here in the cars. And I would like to go into the conversation about why people are coming on this dock now, because they're getting something about your energy by you releasing this flare, by you releasing this creative expression in you out into the world, but going underneath the dock and hearing the chatter. And this flare or this creative expression that I picked up in the cars were divinely guided dimensional changes, nourishment, understanding the circumstances, truth, and art. And what I'm downloading here is that there is something here within you that knows how to pick up the phone and answer the call from the spirit world. You understand that you're being divinely guided by something otherworldly, something abstract, something different from what the current energetic threshold that the current paradigm is radiating on, creating this dimensional change in your orbit, in your purview that you have access to, that you can energetically calibrate yourself on and bob and weave out of. Go in and out without people knowing where you are, without people visibly seeing you. You know how to go behind the veil. You know how to go underneath the dock and hear what people are saying. I'm seeing now very clearly, you hear what people are saying, and you can gather in your inner frequency, absorb their words, absorb their energy, but you have the power now to transmute it, to move it from a negative or a low dense energy and to calibrate it on a heightened level, creating this base frequency to nourish them. You know what people are saying. You know what their energy is needing as they sit and talk, and you hear of something and you calibrate this beautiful formula because you understand the circumstance. You understand the energetic vibration of the people around you because you're monitoring it. You can hear it, and there's something in your truth, in the way you articulate your words. I'm seeing some of you expressing this energy out through your truth. Maybe through your words, maybe through your art. Art came out. Your artistic creation that sends out this flare that draws in the crowd because they do not know you're sitting underneath, hearing what their soul is needing. And you create this very specific recipe in your energy because you have healed this part of yourself. You have wielded your power enough based on your inner frequency, turning over a new leaf. I'm seeing like a group sheep, a lot of sheep here. But somehow your flare caused this attraction, caused these sheep to break away from the herd, break away from the pasture, to get a whiff of this energy, to get a whiff of what you're dispensing out into the world, thinking that they're going to catch you, thinking that they're going to get you, thinking they're going to see you, but you're already underneath the dock waiting for them. Seeing this change in their energy by what you're providing, sitting underneath this dock, hearing the narration, hearing the narrative, but also watching what you send out change their perspective by way of the arts. Very interesting message here in the cards. But that's on the top level of your energy. I saw you treading water, and there was something underneath that kept you afloat, kept your feet pointed down on this boulder, sending you this cue geographically underneath this water of where to go back into. And it was this bone to pick, like something radiating inside of you that you always had your heart devoted to, always had your energy focused in on, but it was this rock preventing a smooth swim. But this also was an indicator to you where to go down further, like a landmark. And I pulled some cards very briefly on this energy to see what it was about. And the cards that came out were deep thinking, difficult, and a course of action. And what I'm gathering here, there is something in your energy that will cause you to think deeply. No matter how far you go out, no matter when you flare this gun or when you produce or release your art out, there's something in your soul that allows you to come back. You find this boulder that lets you know this is where you can go down on, causing you to think though. Think about why this boulder is here. Why is this issue is so prevalent in your world? What I'm gathering here is that there is an issue in your orbit that has been here throughout your life. And it has been here so long, it is serving up as a landmine, letting you know how far you have come along your spiritual journey to remove this boulder. But I'm seeing this resonance here in the difficulty, like you existed here so long that this boulder, this issue is making itself appear like a rock, letting you know where you can go down on, where to focus your energy on. This may be something very difficult in your world that you have yet to fully solve, but you move around it, is what I'm gathering here. Putting you on a course of action to go deeper within yourself, to dive deeper into the world of the unknown, into the deepest part of the ocean, letting you know that there's more here that you need to do in order to solve this problem, in order for you to gain this strength, to gain this energy to be able to move it, is what I'm gathering here in the cards. Very interesting message, you guys. And at this time, I would like to shift the energy to go a little bit deeper into the waters to see what other energies that you're focused in on, that you're working through, that you're coming to terms with in terms of your healing journey. And what I'm gathering here is that you use this difficult issue or this challenge in your world like something to help you kickstart or to push you deeper into the waters, like this landmark where you can dive deeper into the energies. And what I'm gathering here is that there is this lapse in the energy, like something is missing, or as you dive deeper, the frequency changes so that you can immerse yourself within yourself. I'm seeing this isolation is serving more like a space where you go to dive deeper within your inner self, your inner frequency. And what's here is your earth stone in your relationship ring with a shell showing belly down. And what I'm gathering here, as you dive deeper within yourself, you find a home here. There is something here by you sitting in isolation, going within yourself that triggers this home in you, letting you know it allows you to see things very different in your world. See what's missing, seeing what needs to be changed. And there's something here about your relationship. There is a lot of things that you have healed, a lot of things that you have put in perspective, shifted, changed, released. But there is something aching at the home front in terms of relationship for you. That is what's missing. That is what you're realizing. What I'm gathering here is that some of you in the collective may be missing a soul partner. A soul-based energy that you can connect with on this level deeply, to go deep down and find your home here. But as you go into the home, you're by yourself. You do not have this spiritual relationship that you know that will help you on this level. But I'm seeing you've went down or been on this path alone for quite some time, and something about this energy is highlighting the fact that you're missing a partner. Missing partnership is what I'm gathering here. But going so deep, I'm seeing this coming up of air, like you go deep into the water and you realize this about your home-based energy or the home within you, but you go up into the water to grab air, to breathe again, because you go so deep. But these shells on the top of the water are very pretty. They're piled like petals. I'm seeing a lily pad. Yeah, like a frog goes on a lily pad to rest, to gain warmth, to recover. And as you come up from gaining this level of insight about your inner world, you rest here on this beautiful flower. Because truth of the matter here is that you're in a very beautiful space. What I'm gathering here is that you're realizing as you sit on this lily pad, your interpersonal relationships may have challenges, may have issues. You may have very complicated bonds whenever people come too close to your energy. And this challenge is coming to the surface, and you're realizing that, very interesting, this energy is connecting to your creativity. You're realizing that people, even in your interpersonal world, the people that are closest to you, are connecting with you by way of your creative expression, what you put out. And though they may resonate with it, though they may find this camaraderie or this familiarity with you, you're starting to realize that it's not on a home-based energy. It's not in a level or on a level where they're at home with you. And there's something here that you're realizing about your energy. Though powerful, though expressive, there is this challenge when it comes to the social side of things, the interpersonal relationship dynamics, where people are connecting to you by way of your external energy, your expression out. And you're sitting here realizing that this is why the relationships you're cultivating may have challenges, may have issues, because these people may not be as spiritual as you are. They don't go down to the depths in the way that you go down in. So this realization is a part of your healing journey, is coming to the forefront on this thread of consciousness here. Very interesting thread of consciousness on this second level, or this bottom level that I'm gathering here. But it still goes deeper. There is something else here in terms of what you're finding out as you dive deeper. You may have gathered this information and you're sitting with it, but you're diving back deep. You're not trying to fix it. You're not trying to do anything to rectify it. It's just something you're gaining awareness of as you dive deep. And diving back into the waters, I'm seeing your wisdom stone and the bell here. And what I'm gathering here as you dive deeper in your inner spirit, your inner energy, is that there is something about your wisdom that is very deep. You're a deep person. An old soul is what I'm gathering. But you know this about yourself. But there's something here that splits off as you come up from the surface, as this energy protrudes out in the world around you. And I'm seeing these different messages. This wisdom that you carry comes up to the surface as an expert, as a master in terms of energy, in terms of human behavior. I'm seeing sociology, philosophy, your ability to navigate and to understand energy as you merge this frequency, this wisdom to the surface. There is no issue for you when it comes to behavior. Human interconnectedness, you're quite the master here, and it flows so seamless to you. And you know this about yourself because the bell is here. You know this about the particular wisdom that you carry. But this wisdom also connects you. I'm seeing here the second wave branch off, connects you with this otherworldly energy. Off to the side, off of the dimension that the current paradigm is radiating on, but it creates this turbulence in you. I'm seeing love, hate, relationship, like this disgruntledness in your experience as you come up. Like you're so detached or different from the world around you. You have to go through a different system than the world around you, and it's exhausting. And you're feeling this disgruntledness by way of your wisdom as you come up. Tired of hearing old thinkings, tired of hearing the same old rhetoric again. And as you come up and face this issue, this love-hate dynamic that I'm picking up on, you love the fact that you're spiritual. You love the fact that you get access to such a profound and deep level of wisdom that comes from the other world. But when it comes up to the surface, issues ensue because people in the world around you may have this challenge in terms of communication, not fully being able to understand you. There is a resonance or a familiarity with some people, but overall there is this disconnect here. And as this registers in your soul and in your energy, the other world kicks in quite beautifully to say you're changing. You are a change agent. In the grander scheme of things, these messages are being able to funnel to you because you are in the position frequently to bring forth action, to bring forth change in the world around you. Quite literally soothing this resistance or this challenging energy, because there is an opposite side. There is a different position that you're holding. And this energy, it couldn't be more up to date. It could not be more current than this, because I can see that the collective may be hearing this right now or needing to hear this message, because there is a lapse in time and this energetic thread that I'm picking up on. Like you need to shift your energy to accept this change in your world. This beginning message, this radical change, is also growing pains, growing out of certain dynamics, certain friendship groups, certain energetic frequency, but also feeling the pain of it. Feeling the weight of being changed is what I'm gathering here. The pain of evolving, the pain of growing. This is a part of the evolution process, is what the other world is saying. Embrace the shift and don't allow the mental headspace to sink your energy down into a low level, is what I'm gathering here. Very interesting message in the cards. Wow, very powerful message. And I would like to come down and close out this very powerful message. I think this is a good stopping point. And with that being said, I would like to thank you all for joining me and contributing your very powerful energy to this collective reading. And with that being said, I would like to close out tonight's healing circle, and I will see you all at the next.